cause y'all know what it is.
TNN Trap News Network.
I was with Rich Trapper.
I was with you.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, back in this thing. It's like cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge-ito you're not finna get in nobody's college-ito. Make sure you hit that notification bell at the top. Hit all, stay tapped in for the latest and the greatest. Hit that like, hit that hype, hit that comment, hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that share button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Make sure you tap in. Leave a comment because we're going back to the chili giveaway. So when we get to 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we pick the best comment between now and 31,000 subscribers. We're going to give you some chili, big dog. So it's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. It's important that you comment. Once we get 31,000 subscribers, we're going to make sure that we let y'all know an exact date and exact time that we will be doing a live to give away that money. You got Cash App, you got Apple Pay, you got Zelle, you got Venmo. Don't worry about it. We're going to make sure you get that chili. Make sure you hit that like button, that comment, that good subscribe button. TNN Trap News Network. We taking it back to the basics, man. What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network. Back in this thing, like cracking this thing here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use, good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, man. Hit us with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use, that knowledge you're not finna get in nobody's college, man. It's a beautiful day in LA. We finna jump right into this content. The story of Rimpau, Nipsey Hussle's friend. They saying that that's the dude who Cowboy said ran when Nipsey Hussle met his demise and left him there to expire. So we finna jump right into this content and see exactly what's going on. Let's get into it. And we got this from. This comes from 834 Productions. That's the YouTube channel this comes from.
That Nipsey built with his own hands right there on Slauson. And on March 31st, Nipsey pulled up, unannounced, to help a homie who came home from prison. Nipsey brought him gear, shoes, and words of encouragement, allegedly. Just another day in the neighborhood. Rimpau was there too, back by Nip's side after everything he'd been through. Surveillance footage shows them talking, posted up outside the store. Moments later, Eric Holder arrives. Heated words are exchanged, then the first shots. Panic screams, and just like that, Nipsey, the voice of the block, was heading down. Rimpau was right there, but in the footage, some say he ran. And the whispers started to go immediately.
And by some, they talking about Cowboy.
Online, people ask, why didn't he do anything? Why didn't he protect them? In the aftermath, people wanted answers. Some pointed fingers at Rimpau, accusing him of running, of not doing enough, of leaving Nip. But in a series of leaked messages, Rimpau responded to a fan in the DMs. He said, I didn't care Armius, that was my friend. There was nothing I could do in the moment. I didn't have a or anything to protect them or me. I had to save my own life so my family didn't have to bury me too. I didn't leave him. We both tried to run away. And I don't sleep at night. I have demons. I stay up thinking about why God spared me that day. These weren't press statements. These were words from a man who had lived from what he saw, what he couldn't stop seeing, and what he'll never forget. That's a man living with trauma.
Well, that's all allegedly coming from an Instagram DM, a conversation between, a conversation between he and an unknown source. Now, it would, make sense for him to feel like he has some sort of heaviness on his heart or heaviness on his conscience after the result of that situation. Now, nobody's blaming him, and nobody can say that he is the reason why that situation happened. Nobody's, oh, he's at fault for it, whatever, blah, 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 this and blah, 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 that. But it is a very heavy weight to carry. It is a very heavy cross to carry, as your friend has been taken from you, and you are right there to feel helpless, to, no avail to be able to help out your homie or whatever, do anything, is a very disheartening and a very, for lack of better words, helpless feeling. You feel me? So I could definitely see where that gentleman would feel, some demons, would feel some heaviness on his conscience, a sense of guilt. A lot comes with that, for real, for real.
He was there at the start, and he was there at the end, and he's been silent ever since. Some call it survival, others call it guilt. But one thing that is clear, he never stopped loving Nip. In the hours after Nipsey passed, the block was filled with pain, confusion, and rage. But one of the most powerful testimonies didn't come from the streets. It came from Nipsey's own mother. At a later award show, she shared a private moment she had with Rimpau, something right after the incident went down. She says his spirit was filled with anger, revenge, and heartbreak.
One of Armius's close friends was very traumatized. I walked over to him and put my hands on his
Definitely could tell that he wanted revenge.
shoulder, and I told him, Evan, look into my eyes, Evan. I said, you know that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, right, Evan? You understand that, right? So even though our bodies die, as they call it, on this side of eternity, our spirits live. We lift out of this vessel and we continue on. And then I felt a spirit of retribution and revenge when I had my hands on his shoulder and I had to talk. And I was 100% present in the spirit and 100% absent in the body until I felt that spirit of retribution and revenge. And then I started talking to Evan, and I don't even know what words I used because I was very frightened then. That frightened me.
That is a really, really amazing woman and an amazing mother, man. God bless the entire family of Nipsey Hussle. God bless his mother. God bless his father. God bless his brother, his sister, his kids, the mothers, and all that kind of stuff. That is an amazing woman. That is an amazing.
Not remember what I said, but I could tell that I had chased those spirits away from him. So I walked back to the yellow tape, and the officer greeted me, and he said, yes, that's the right hospital. And I told him, thank you very much, officer. And I looked at his badge, Resurrection. And when I walked away, there was a woman running down the alley behind the Fat Burger. She was heavy busted and looked like her breasts were gonna make her tumble over. It's broken asphalt, you know. I was, and she was just in grief. She was just grief. I told her, hey, wait, what are you doing? Stop, look at me, okay? I'm his mother. Get yourself together. I need you to help me get my car out of this parking space, okay?
Now that's real. The mom is like, look, if I'm not doing all them extras and I'm not, whoopty-bamming this and then whoopty-bamming that and all this and all that, I'm not going crazy, falling out and all that, don't you go crazy and fall out. Mom's a G for that. Mom's the G for that. If I'm not going crazy and falling out, I'm not making a big scene, I'm not, catching the Holy Ghost in this furthermucker, don't you catch the Holy Ghost in this furthermucker. The right to go crazy is reserved for the family, baby. I know that you a fan, but relax.
She said it looked like Rimpau was a lion pacing the concrete, eyes filled with fire, but no words. That just wasn't the energy of someone who ran. That was the look of a man who lost his brother. Whatever distance had grown between them, it vanished in that moment. From middle school to Crenshaw mixtapes to the day of Rimpau was right there. And no matter how quiet he's been since, his silence says more than most people's words. After the smoke cleared, the streets had questions. People had opinions. Cowboy Kelvinac, the big homie who put Rimpau and Nipsey on, spoke out.
Rimpau was never built like that anyway. The best thing he could do is not affiliate himself with it and go live his life. That's the best thing that could save his life. It ain't no need. What the ain't no, because come on. I never looked at that tape and it was shocking to me. I don't expect nobody to take no bullet for nobody. I don't expect nobody to do maybe the things I would do. You feel me? I wasn't standing next to them, so I can't say what I would have did. You feel me? I know in my mind what I would have did. You feel me? But I can't say that. I know Rimpau was never built like that. Okay, and that is what it is. But when I looked at that tape for the first, like I said, I never watched it. I had to watch it in that court trial. When I seen this shit go down and I seen bro run and never look back. I've been shot at a lot of times. I dive, I roll, tuck and roll, look back. I never just ran to Western.
Now, it's important to point out when you listening to Cowboy tell his story, he does also have a lot of love and a lot of respect and a lot of feelings involved with the situation with Nip. So he's not going to be too receptive towards anyone who he feels like could have prevented that situation or, could have had the situation go different or whatever, just whatever the case may be. When it comes to him and Rimpau, I'm not going to say too much about my personal opinion because them dudes do share three commonalities. Number one, they from the same place. Number two, they're both, friends with Nipsey Hussle. They both had ties to Nipsey Hussle. They both had ties to the family and all that kind of stuff. And then number three, the most important part that we all forget about is they both lost somebody that day. They both lost a friend. They both lost a brother. They both lost a homie and all that kind of stuff. So when it comes to people grieving, and he's hurt and they hurt, it's not a matter of who's grieving the most, who's grieving the hardest. Just, sometimes it just be like that, you feel me? And two people's grief can put them at odds when they're grieving over the same situation. So, that's an unfortunate that situation.
Never look back. I mean, I've been shot at a lot of times. I dive, I roll, tuck and roll, look back, you know what I mean? I never just ran to Western. I mean, I don't know how far Cuz ran, but I mean, in slow motion, Cuz was running fast.
Slow motion.
I'm just saying, but in the heat of the moment, anything, I said, a lady, she left her babies in the car. She ran around the car, but she looked back and she ran around the car. She looked again and she ran back and got her babies. That just shocked me. I never seen a gangbanger do that. I've seen a lot of my homies get shot, and I never just, and never look back, and never look back. Then I got another video that nobody got on earth, and I'm down there, and I see Cuz standing back there like this. So Cuz did come back. While I'm on the ground plugging the hose, Cuz just standing down looking down. But like I said, Cuz was never built like that. You feel me? Nip loved him. Nip loved Cuz. Nip didn't love me like he loved them. Cuz Nip loved me in a different way, a big homie way. Nip loved me. I'm his big homie. We had a different relationship. But Nip had love for these. And when I was going to court, I felt I didn't expect no family. That was too hard. But his homies, you ain't gotta go say nothing. If I'd had a little support, I'd have got over there and choked out. I had an old lady with a cane ready to help me out. You feel me? Old lady with a cane, we looking around in tears like nobody, what the I seen homies come through and we beat up niggas cause they homie coming to court, niggas show up deep, we'll roll up and go thunder nigga cause his partners is coming to do something, whatever. Nigga, ain't nobody gonna show up for Nip. I don't give what the hood politics or anything. I'm showing up for bro. I don't give a bro. And in that courtroom, I learned so much information, bro. I learned so much back shit. Nip went to court for a couple of his bros, so they could go on, so they could still be on tour. Nip went and talked to judges to make sure change on right now it's free, and you can't show up. Yeah, Nip showed up. Nip went to court and talked to judges to make sure you can be on tour. I ain't gonna say no names.
He wasn't built like that. The least he could have done was something. Anything, not run.
Well, here's the thing about this too. I'm not gonna say nothing negative about Rimpau. Cowboy has said enough. I'm gonna let their emotions and their feelings be that. I don't want to again taint the content with my thoughts and my opinions, but you can hear there's a lot of emotion, there's a lot of heartbreak, there's a lot of hurt. You feel me? That's what we gonna put out of all this. It's a lot of hurt. 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 And hurt feelings only begot hurt feelings. You feel me? It's unfortunate, but that pain is only gonna spread to more pain. That toxicity is only gonna spread to more toxicity. Nothing good is gonna come of it. It's an unfortunate truth, but a lot of people who go sit back in that day and again kind of just sit back and relax and kind of just pay attention to what the situation is, or pay attention to how the situation is, and they gon' it's always gonna be an if I would have just, I should have never let him, if I would have only been there, whatever, blah blah blah. But nobody wakes up on a Sunday morning and think that they gonna get a call that somebody that they love has met a demise. So that's just the reality of the situation. You feel me? Nobody knowingly wakes up in a bed and goes to sleep in a grave.
It was a harsh statement by Cowboy, but he watched both of them grow up, from boys to men, from soldiers to stars. To him, that moment outside the store wasn't just about a tragedy. It was more about accountability. But then we gotta remember what Nipsey's mother said. Rimpau was filled with pain, rage, and with revenge. She said she saw it in his eyes. Two voices, two truths. But one undeniable fact, Rimpau was there when Nipsey left this earth. And whatever happened in those seconds, he's lived with it every day since. On the day of Nipsey's funeral, the city of Los Angeles shut down. Thousands lined up the streets, flags waving, tears falling. And there among the crowd was Rimpau, quiet, present, grieving. As Nipsey's casket was carried through South Central, Rimpau still right by his side, making one final lap through the neighborhood that they was raised in.
With that being said, it doesn't seem like the family is outcasted Rimpau. It doesn't seem like the family is, taken away from what he has going on. It just seems like amongst personal constituents, everybody's not 100% in alignment with the result of this, final situation.
Days later, Rimpau posted something. A message to Nipsey, raw, real, full of regret and love. You showed me the world. You helped me come out of my shell. You didn't accept me at my low when I was on drugs. That was the main reason I stopped and got myself together. I'm gonna keep your name alive forever. Love you forever, bro. No interviews, no speeches, just one post from one brother to another. And that's how the story of March 31st ends. Not with blame, but with grief and love. After Nipsey Hussle passed,
that's how we gonna let it go right here on Trap News Network. Not with blame, but with grief and with love. And overall, us living and celebrating the legacy of a great man. With that all being said, man, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. We go.
Yeah, protest the ass, man. We on the ass, protest the ass at our best. You know that, man. Off the air. You know what I'm saying? We out here, ground zero for the neighborhood hero. We got all four corners. TMC, the marathon definitely continue. Mr. Burger right here, live in the flesh. We out here, man. Trap News, you know that, nigga.
When it's dangerous. Work all in the floorboards. Tell the ops check the scoreboard. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. And if you shoot, you ain't miss. A nigga ball like game 6. A nigga ball like game 6.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Game 60 bands on my neck when I got it on me. And I remember I was broke, I never let them hold me. Final seconds with my back against the wall. 81 point strong with this K, I call it Kobe. Running through this lettuce, nothing you can tell us. Gotta watch my back, I know that they get jealous. Real shit, I got rich, ain't gotta embellish. Real life made men, they call us good fellas. And I ain't got anxiety, I know it's intuition. May never love a bitch, but I for sure play my position. I know the streets talking, I'm cracking, so I ain't tripping. I said I play for keeps, but I guess them niggas ain't listening. Sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Nah, you can't come outside when it's dangerous. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
I've been winning, tell my ops check the scoreboard. Money in the attic, work all in the floorboards. Late night, that's the life that we pray for. Overtime with the pack is what we in the game for. Put myself in the game and everything is just a memory. Made a couple plays for the pain, not an enemy. Gotta watch my friends more, I gotta watch the enemies. Niggas hella fake, I know we're enemies' intentions. I let it go until it click if I'm aiming. Started staying safe and ended up staying dangerous. Game on the line, see the pressure I can take. Hall of Fame shit, so if it's mine, I'ma take. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.
You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6. You can't come outside when it's dangerous. Gotta get the blicky when it's dangerous. Young niggas, we didn't get from Nathan. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Thought we would stop, we just can't quit. Water like us niggas up in game 6. Missy with the bush and you can save it. Water like us niggas up in game 6.
Safe like Jordan, call it game 6. Shoot like Curry, and I can't miss. You niggas never outside when it's dangerous. You niggas always inside when it's dangerous. Shoot like Curry and I can't miss. Niggas sick like Jordan, call it game 6. Niggas never outside when it's dangerous.